Okay, let's continue this. Next thing I like to do is create a ground. One thing that I need to explain. Usually when you animate for games, you don't animate the character running on the screen, you animate it on the place, and you make the ground running behind it, under it, because that's going to happen in game. You're going to move the character and it needs to move at the same speed that you animated. So what I do is I create my ground reference. It's just a simple cube that I scale. Side view, and then I align with my grid here. Can be thinner than that. Doesn't matter the size, okay? Just need to be big enough to fit both legs, and then you keep duplicating. Let me make it smaller a little. And they were too big. No, that's too much. Something like that is okay. We can do like that. What I do here, I combine, freeze, and now I can animate it. What I do is that I create a keyframe here, and one on the last frame or the frame that I have as reference. Mine is this one. I already made this animation before, so I tested a little the amount of frames that I need, and I went for 24 frames. So I'm going to do almost the same thing for this tutorial. So the speed that I had was, wait for it, you do like that, you move backwards, okay? What happened here is that we have some ease in and ease out, and I want the ground to move on a constant speed and not accelerating and decelerating. So I came here, what's the name? Linear tangent. Now it is linear, okay? Is that the speed? It's 3.9 something. Let me check my animation here. I have it here on my second screen. It's 349. Almost there. 349.3. I tested this in game, okay? If you don't know the speed, you can export a cube here, like that. I usually do like that. See the cube running, same thing that I did before, and I export together with my mesh. I export everything. When I test in game, the cube needs to be in place. If it's not in place, it means that your speed is wrong. So you keep changing till you get the correct speed. I did that before, so you guys don't need to wait me doing that. I already have the correct speed. And following the tutorial order, I went for weight. Yeah. So first thing I'd like to do is working on the vertical axis of the body. So this guy, let's block something. Like you can come up here, and maybe down here. Then we fix the tangent. Something like that. Don't worry with the feet right now, okay? And jump, I want him to be like that. To copy the key, if you check my rotation here, this key is not matching with this one. So what you can do is you can put your time slider here, press with the middle mouse button, and you save the key, and it will copy. Okay. It's just a rough block, okay? need to make some tests with the pawn placement. It needs to follow the ground, that's why I made the ground. So let's do a quick, well, the way I work, like I keep making some tests and I keep refining them until I find it's nice. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to work before I test it. Okay, it looks weird. It's normal to look like that. Okay, and I have a problem here with the, yeah, see, my rig have a problem. That's a good thing about having a reference. I can fix here and then I can come back. What's happening with my rig? I don't need to fix this. This tutorial is more about animation, not rig. So let's jump this. And this guy, I want him to be a little downward. Something like that. It still looks like he's jumping too much. That's okay for now. I'm going to, the moment he is getting downward, I'm going to stretch this leg. Oh, by the way, I'm using the automatic key, but if you don't have any key on your timeline, it's not going to save, so you need to save at least once. Okay, every new control you work, you need to save it. Okay, so what I try to do is I try to block the what I like to call the four main poses: the pose that he's landing, the pose he's squashing on the ground, the one that he's jumping, and the one that he's stretched in there. This moment he's in there, so oh, I forgot to save. Wait for it. Take this down. Okay, so this guy that he already touched the ground, he's going to follow this. That's why I build the ground, so I can kind of measure by eye. So more or less in the middle of the pawn, he needs to follow that one. Okay, so more or less here. It's not following correct because of this tangent. We're going to work on that later. Okay, don't need to worry, just to show that he's following. Okay, and I made the key on 17. Okay, so I'm going to mark the one 17. What happened? 17, he's going to be here. Okay, started to twist the leg, but it's okay, still okay. This guy here, he landed later, so maybe he's here. I'm just guessing. Okay, don't need to worry too much. And those guys are probably squashing like that and like that. I'm not worried too much with the X position here, just with the side movement. I need to make the side movement work before committing to. Let's make this more like that. Need more squares like that. So now I can make this follow my ground here. If you think that the speed is too much or it's too slow, you can keep changing the size of your animation cycle, okay? Just keep it blocking. No, don't worry about making it perfect right now. You just need to make it work. 0 rotation, 0 translation. Right. And remember, we are going to copy here. Try to make one side work first. This guy is touching here, more or less. Yeah, it's not possible anymore. I'm going to copy here. Okay, see, they're moving almost at the same time, and that's not good. What I want to do is I want the pawn to hit the front leg to hit first, and then the back leg. So this guy here is happening too early. I can move the keys, but I'm going to try to keep it more organized. So I want you to hit the ground here, and then I need to fix the next frame. Yeah, more or less here. Oh, work it. That was working better. See, we're having a small poppy here. It's because of that. I'm not copying the key. Yeah, now we don't have that pop. Okay, let's try to keep a little consistent with this side here. So I have one frame and 10. Okay, so this guy is hitting the ground, it's working, and then it stops. Okay. And now looks like he's hurt, but it's okay. Just keep blocking. So I want those the back legs to hit the ground almost at the same time, different from front leg. Front leg they hit at different times. Oh, I found a problem here. 0, 0, 0. Okay. So it's going to hit a little earlier than this one. Here's okay. Yeah, why it's looking like he's hurt? One of the reasons is this leg is not stretching enough. It's not trying to reach too much. Looks like it's hurting, so he's avoiding doing that. And that's no problem here. I can move this, and I'm going to need to fix all of them, or I can go on the graph editor here and do like that. So it's going to move more proportionally, and I can make this go further. Okay, I don't like this guy. It's too much here. Okay, this leg is waiting too much. Another good thing that you can keep doing is like rotating and seeing from both sides, because if you keep animating just looking one side, you may get used to it and you stop seeing some important things. When you change the side, it's kind of a fresh image. Okay. Okay, that's a start. Just going to. I know that I talk about that later, but I think we can at least start talking about that. Look at this. This is my translation. Why? Usually, when you work with splines, it's going to be always flat, so you need to do like that to keep it continuous. I'm going to talk more about that later. Okay. Same thing here. Here we have a problem. this key here. Try to avoid them to be equal. I'm not going to worry too much right now because there's a lot of change to do. Same thing here. Just a quick check. Here it's okay-ish. Try to keep starting on one and finish on the other. Let me just do a quick one here. Another thing that's not good, it's always starting on 0 here. It usually means some laziness. Okay, rotation on X, it's fine to be on 0. Okay, indicate like that. We're going to work on that later. Okay, something that's strange. The way that he's hitting the ground. Okay, I think we have a good start. Yeah, I'm going to cut here so we don't end up with really long videos. I'm going to make a break in this.